everybody. So this is my thoughts on the little teaser they released for Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. The animation, I mean, it's so small from a clip, but I got enough of it, and I love the animation. Like, it's like a 3D drawing, and it tries to pay homage to the Steve Ditko comics or the Jack Kirby comic era, and it looks awesome. Like, it's like they looked at Spider-Verse and like, maybe we can do something like that, and they're like, let's make it more like a comic, and it looks awesome, and I love the little comic panels they have, and I wonder what this version is, because he gets bitten by a spider on his neck, and in a school, because usually he gets it like at a laboratory at Oscorp or somewhere on a field trip or a trip somewhere. But here he gets bitten in the middle of the school, and where did that spider came from? And he's talking to Nico, I think that's her name. She's from the Runaways, but here she's gonna be Peter's friend, which is pretty neat. I wonder if she's gonna find out he's Spider-Man. I wonder what's gonna happen. And the intro is pretty cool. It's like the 60s theme, and there's like paying tribute to the comics, and you see him fighting these villains, and I don't know how to feel about the rap music. I thought that looked really strange. Like it's something the early 2000s would do. Like it's combining the old 60s music while doing like the by doing something modern by adding rap. I feels like that's a very 2000s thing. I don't know how to feel about it. I might get used to it, but I love everything else. I forget who the actor is going to voice Norman Osborn, but yeah, Norman Osborn is going to be his mentor. This is kind of like the MCU adjust. Like this is basically like a version of Tom Holland's Spider-Man from the MCU, but in an animated form. Like I heard originally it was gonna be like taking place before Captain America: Civil War, how he discovers to be Spider-Man, but this takes place in like another timeline where instead of Iron Man being his mentor, it's Norman Osborn. So I wonder what's going to happen, and he might turn into the Green Goblin. That's interesting, having a mentor to help him be a superhero, but then your mentor becomes a supervillain. That's pretty strange. And yes, I know what people are going to say, like that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom, and I wonder how they're going to deal with that. Like that's exciting about the news, like San Diego Comic Con, where in like Avengers is going to be not the King Dynasty anymore, but Doomsday, and it's going to be about Doctor Doom, and Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Doctor Doom. He's always going to play like a variant of him, but I'm still excited to see Doctor Doom. There was a side of me that wanted a new actor, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this. But yeah, and I kind of want them to live in the same reality, but I understand what they're trying to do. But yeah, oh, and wonder what Peter's gonna be like when he meets Doctor Doom, because in the comics they're like enemies even from the early days. So, and this is gonna have the same face of his old mentor. So I wonder what they're gonna do with this. I'm disappointed that it's not the Kane dynasty. I understand why. Like three reasons why they're not doing Kane. Like first, the actor was revealed due to controversy and he got arrested, so they can't have deals with him. Second, Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania didn't do that well at the box office and it wasn't critically acclaimed, so they're not so that's why they can't move forward with Kane, which is pretty disappointing. Oh well. But anyways, I'm let's talk about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm really excited. I love the artwork. I don't know what's gonna happen and what else is gonna happen in this series. I kind of like that they're kind of doing their own thing. Like it's basically related to like the MCU Spider-Man, but cut away to do its own thing. I thought that's pretty neat that they're doing that because now they can basically kind of do whatever, and they're gonna introduce like Doctor Octopus, and he's like a comic accurate Doctor Octopus. Because I wasn't the biggest fan of that in the 2017 Marvel design how they did Doctor Octopus there. I thought I didn't know how to feel about that, but I love how comic accurate this is. Like this is by people who love Marvel in the comics and doing something really interesting. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Also, I wonder if they're going to do Marvel crossovers because Doctor Strange is in and they show all these other heroes, and we know Doctor Strange and Daredevil is going to make an appearance, but I wonder if other heroes, like Iron Man's not his mentor, but is Iron Man going to make an appearance? I wonder who's going to voice them. And hey, since it's in its own continuity, and since they have the rights to the X-Men, maybe they can do an X-Men crossover. It's not in the same reality as Spider-Man. Like if they can show a version of Dr. Octopus that doesn't exist in the MCU Spider-Man line. So why not do their own thing? Like do the show the X-Men in this series, or and have them kind of look like the '97 series, but be its own thing, or even introduce the Fantastic Four. That would be cool. Like in the comics, Johnny Storm and Spider-Man are best friends, and well, in different versions I read, they're best buddies. So, but they never really adapted in animation. So, I would actually really like to see that, like them bonding and doing something, because that's never been done in the series. Well, anyways, that's my video for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this series, and see you next time.